What's in the conservatory? Oh, here's an old gentleman.
Mr. Luton, as I understand it, my daughter-in-law has retained you to investigate a certain matter for her.
That's correct.
Then I take it you will be a frequent visitor to my house.
It seems likely.
Do you know who I am?
I know that they call
Count
you
von
the Count.
Uberwald.
Do you know why they call me the
I like his
Count?
slippers.
Because I am a Count. Count Henning von Uberwald. One of the Blintz von Uberwalds, I ought to add, because frankly, Uberwald had an uncountable number of counts. I'm trapped in Ankh-Morpork at the moment because my current infirmity prohibits me from leaving this room.
That doesn't explain why you wanted to see me.
I wish to know what my daughter-in-law has you investigating.
That's between me and her.
No, Mr. Luton. I rather suspect it isn't. You see, Carlotta's hands are not on the von Uberwald purse strings, but mine are.
Ooh.
So you're saying I won't get paid unless I tell you what I'm doing?
No, I'm implying that. Whether or not you actually get paid is a different issue.
What's it to you?
I get very bored. I'm interested as to what goes on around me.
All right. I'm tracking someone for her.
Someone who is missing?
That's right. A man named Mundy.
Mundy.
Oh, I see. Very well. If you keep me informed on the progress of the case periodically, I will ensure that you receive payment.
Yay! I'm gonna get paid.
You
Start
said you
asking
have
about
to
this
stay
place.
in the conservatory. Why?
I'm not a well man, Mr. Luton.
Don't sound it.
It is
Especially with
hard
those
to
slippers.
say how long I have for this world, or indeed if the next world will take me.
What's so special about the conservatory?
Ankh-Morpork is too hot and humid for my tastes. I had the conservatory built especially. It's colder than the rest of the house. I keep it at the temperature I feel most comfortable with.
Why so cold?
You ask too many questions.
I'm an investigator. It's my job.
Well, be thankful that I find your impertinence charming, or else I might be forced to teach you a lesson.
In your condition?
You would be surprised at just what I can do in my condition, Mr. Luton.
Ooh. I suppose if I need anything from him, I can come back here. Do you know this guy?
What do you know about a
Doesn't know
dwarf
anything about
named
this guy.
Al-Khali?
These days, the only people I know are those who come to the mansion.
Okay. Goodbye.
I'll be back later.
I look forward to it.
Goodbye.
Now let's
Ah,
get
here
this
we go.
straight. We're looking for a troll named Therma.
As far as I know, yes, but she may be in here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Okay, then we can rule out the Phoenix Sanguis Ceruleus.
What?
The Blue Blood Vault. We can probably eliminate the heroic decapitated war veterans vault. And the thoroughbred pet vault. Do you know what relation this troll had to the Selaci family?
Does there have to be one?
She wouldn't be buried here if she wasn't.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. It took Carlotta a while to work it out, but we eventually found a Madame Lodestone in the Fornix Famulus, the servitor's vault. Guess she used to keep the floors real clean or something.
Okay.
Here we are. Madame Lodestone.
Yeah, looks
There's
about
an
right.
inscription. Madame Lodestone, singer and retainer of Lord Robert Salaci, taken from us when her house collapsed, returning her to the rubble from whence she came. Not much of an epitaph. Still, it's more than I expect mine will say. I'll probably end up with whatever's written on the cement bag round my feet. Carlotta?
Oh, she's gone.
Carlotta? She disappeared without even a word. I couldn't work that woman out. Still, she'd found me the tomb, which left me trying to decide whether or not to tell Malachite.
Let's tell Malachite. Malachite, we've found your friend. Excuse me.
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know how you'd love to talk, but I'd hate for you to wear out that beautiful voice of yours.
Therma is in the mausoleum.
I found Therma's body. It's in the Salachi mausoleum.
Right
Need to see body and take me there.
Okay. Nice to see someone dealing with the grieving process at high speed. Cut straight to the acceptance. It saves a lot of time, doesn't it? I don't know why I bother sometimes. Not as if he's listening to me. Maybe it'd help if I hit him with something, like maybe a really heavy building.
Need to see body.
Of course you do.
Here we
Here's
are.
the tomb.
Need to see body.
Hey, it's going to be pretty ugly in there. I mean, she was crushed under a house. That'd mess up even a troll.
Need to see body.
I'll just open it.
Malachite pushed the slab off the tomb like he was opening a jam jar. Inside was some rubble that I assumed was Therma's body. Frankly, there wasn't much to go on. Trolls are rocks, and that's the whole story.
Not Therma.
Oh.
Keep looking.
Oh dear.
Crazy? How could you tell?
Not Therma. Keep looking.
I was beginning to wonder if Malachite was mad. If he was, I could at least make use of it. Okay, I've got no soul. I must be a heel. All right, I'll keep looking. But I've got a problem. There's this building I need to get into, but I can't do it. I need a
grappling iron.
A grappling iron, like the one you have. Look, I need to borrow your grappling iron. Do you understand?
You hook. You find Therma.
Yes.
That's the deal. I couldn't help but wonder what it meant if that rubble wasn't Therma. Had Sapphire lied to me? I wouldn't be surprised. Frankly, I was more surprised by people telling me the truth than telling lies. Lies flow like water, but the truth burns. That's not a bad line. I better write that down. Malachite gave me the grapple and left the mausoleum without another word.
Yay! We have a grappling iron. Grappling hook. Rope thing. Is there anything in there? Bit of grave robbing.
I examined the body closely, but all I could see of interest were the troll's diamond teeth glinting at me.
Well, grab one then.
All my best instincts told me not to take the tooth, but I just ignored them.
I have a tooth. A diamond tooth. Right, to the wharf. Sorry, not to the wharf. To the warehouse. Pier 5, that's the one. Excuse me, I'm just going to go around the back and break into this building. Is that okay? Thank you. Don't mind me. I'm just going to sneak around and break in. Let's get him down here so we can click on him properly. Whee! Light. Can you see anything about that? The River Ankh.
I'd already had to dive onto the Ankh once. I wasn't about to do it again.
Like he always says dive onto, not dive into. It's funny, in the first game the Ankh was bright blue. Do you remember that? Anyway, grappling iron, here we go. Skylight. Oh, that was quick.
The
Can't open it.
skylight was locked tight.
Well, I need to find a key then. That'll do. We are in. It's pitch black though. I can't see a thing. There's lamps in there, but I can't see a
Breaking
thing.
into the warehouse was easier than I thought. But then I was a natural pessimist. Living in Ankh-Morpork did that to a man. What little light there was in the warehouse was coming through the skylight, and shadows played on the walls as I searched for something to help the case. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was desperate enough that anything would do.
Crates.
I wasn't about to try carrying a huge crate around with me.
Oh,
The
sorry.
warehouse was full of crates. I wasn't surprised. That's what the warehouse was for, after all.
Oh,
None
is there
of the
something down
crates
there?
seemed to be of much interest, though.
Matchbook.
It looked like a matchbook. Even my paranoid mind couldn't come up with a reason not to pick it up.
Let's pick it up then. Whalebone Lane. Is that the Octarine Parrot?
The torn matchbook had been found in the Pier 5 warehouse. There was something written on the back of the matchbook, but a corner of the matchbook had
Ooh.
become ripped off somehow. I could make out the words Whalebone Lane, but it was clear that something was missing. The scrap of
Hey.
cardboard I'd found on the Milka matched the torn matchbook exactly.
Whee!
The reconstructed matchbook clearly read 9 Whalebone Lane.
That's the Octarine Parrot, isn't it? Are we done here? Let's get out of this place, shall we? Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Sure it's here. Where's Sapphire gone?
So I
There
can
it is. 9 Whalebone Lane. That's the one we want.
Do you know what this is? It's a matchbook. Any reason it might have the address of the parrot written on the back? None that has anything to do with me. I knew he was hiding something. The question was, how could I get it out of him? I'm against unnecessary violence. Besides, these skinny types can be tougher than they look.
Lies.
So you don't know Mundy? I've already told you that I don't. And this matchbook means nothing to you. You practice to become this irritated. Well, I'm confused. You see, this is Mundy's handwriting on the matchbook, and this is your address he wrote. Shall I tell you what I think? I don't think I have that
Dear.
much choice. I think Mundy is here, but he told you not to tell anyone that he's here. You're just making it up as you go along.
Oh, yes.
Well, I could always go and fetch the watch. I heard they were looking for Mundy too, and if he's not here, you wouldn't have to worry about being charged with hiding a known fugitive. They can get so impatient. Mundy's not a fugitive. How would you know? You little...
Oh, yes.
All right, you win. He's upstairs. But don't tell him I told you. I wouldn't dream of ruining your reputation in high society.
Thank you very much.
Until later, Mencken.
Mundy, I have found you.
I'd gone to a lot of trouble to find Mundy, and now the goal was in reach. It seemed like an anticlimax. I couldn't quite see what Mundy was doing when I entered his room, and seconds later I learned.
Uh-oh.
The last thing I saw as I passed out of consciousness was the floor rushing up to meet me.
Oh, dear. Ah. Act 2, everybody. So
By the
Mundy's
time I came
dead.
around,
I'm not getting
the watch
paid.
had arrived. I must have been unconscious for hours, maybe days. I thought no one could feel as bad as I did. until I saw Mundy. His feet were bound and his eyes had been gouged out.
Oh, lovely.
Either he died of massive blood loss, or he'd spilt an awful lot of red wine. It wasn't going to be a good day, I decided.
Going somewhere, Luton?
Hi,
You
Vines.
don't leave until we've finished with you.
You know where my office is. If you want an interview, you can find me there.
I consider you to be the prime suspect in this investigation.
You've got to be kidding.
I've never been more serious.
Never? What do you want with me? I was unconscious throughout the whole incident.
We only have your word for that. You could have killed Mundy and then knocked yourself unconscious.
With what?
Your wedding. You're pretty serious then.
What?
Yes, Nobby.
Will you explain what you think I did?
You came in, mutilated Mundy, and then knocked yourself unconscious.
Is that all?
There's your promotion, too. You were really serious then.
Thank you, Nobby.
You've made your point, thank you. Shut up.
How did I knock myself unconscious?
I don't know yet. But you're not a complete fool, Luton. You'd have found a way.
Do you have any evidence against me, or is this just part of your ongoing campaign of victimization?
Just, you're always kind of serious.
You were present at the time of the murder. Your rope was used in the murder.
Oh, really?
My rope? The murderer steals from me, and suddenly I'm guilty of murder?
It's not a bad thing. I mean, you're the commander of the watch, and that's a serious job.
Then there's the victim's message.
Azil? How does that incriminate me?
It ends in L-E.
Oh, dear.
He could have been trying to write Luton. He could have died before he could finish.
He could have been trying to write lemon. And what is Azzy supposed to mean?
I was only trying to help.
For all we know, Azzy might mean it was in Mundy's own language.
Oh, dear.
For all we know, Azil might mean, help, someone has gouged my eyes out. You're just guessing. There must be other suspects.
The landlord says no one went upstairs after you.
It could be the landlord for all you know.
Mankin? He's not the type. Anyway, he reported the incident to us.
Listen, you've got nothing on me, and unless you're going to arrest me, I'm going to leave.
I'm keeping an eye on you, Luton. Consider yourself a suspect for all the counterweight killings. If you're in any way involved, I'll find out. Don't leave town, Luton.
He's really got it in for me, hasn't he?
He's not a bad person, Luton. He's just a bit...
Psychotic? Obsessed? Judgmental?
I was going to say overworked, but I've changed my mind.
What's this about counterweight killings?
Well, and this is in the strictest confidence,
I won't tell anyone who doesn't talk to me.
the murders have all been a bit, well, odd, redualistic.
What? They are involved with a revival of philosophical principles concerning the division of reality into two independent forces, mind and matter?
No. Redualistic. Like what cults do.
Ritualistic.
Ritualistic? I see. Like someone was trying to make a point.
Yeah. One of the patrician's clerks was killed the other day. Very suspicious.
Why the counterweight killings?
I'd better not discuss that. Gotta go. See you later, Luton.
A lot later will do.
Ooh, interesting. We've got a grappling hook with no rope. Okay, we've got a bed.
It hardly seemed worth searching the bed. The watch had already searched it, and frankly, it was a pretty nasty bed. The bed looked neither comfortable nor inviting.
Mundy's
Mundy's corpse wasn't very attractive. I wasn't looking forward to telling Carlotta how Mundy died. There was nothing on Mundy's body worth taking. It seemed to be a cheap copy of Spinner's Rain, Cream, and Speed. I could tell it was art, because I couldn't make out what it was supposed to be. I couldn't think of a good reason to steal the painting, even though it would have looked great on my office wall.
Message in blood, what's this?
Someone, either the killer or Mundy, had written Azil on the wall.
That's
in
not
blood.
Azil.
Mundy's blood, presumably. I had no idea what it meant. If I had an iconograph, I could have taken a picture of the message. But I didn't have one. And even if I did, there didn't seem much point. I didn't want to become too reliant on technology.
Right, notebook. Azil. Why does it do that?
On the wall, I didn't know. Frankly, the message could mean anything. What had Mundy meant by Azil?
Oh, you
Now
can
he
use them
was
like
dead,
items.
There was no way of
That's
knowing.
interesting.
But it was his last message to the Discworld, so it was probably something important. I just had to figure out what it meant.
Oh, that's interesting. I remember that. I'm gonna go back to the map and save it here, I think. Save this game. Then come back to another night. So we're in Act 2 now. That's good. And our main client case, well, not our client, but our person we're trying to find is now dead, which is not so good. Oh, see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.